Oh my God, I love your skirt. Where did you get it? Vintage. So adorable. Mm-hmm. That is the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, #MovieBae. I am MovieBae, and in this video, I'm going to be giving my review over Mean Girls 2024, the musical. But before I get into it though, I would like for y'all to drop down and hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Because here on MovieBae, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television. And if that is the type of content that you like, then you might as well stick around and hit the subscribe button. And if you find yourself enjoying my commentary along the way, don't be afraid to give me a thumbs up and or drop a comment down below. Now, you already know I have to preface this video by saying Mean Girls, I don't like that. Mean Girls is one of my favorite movies, top 10. It's not number 10 movies of all times. So iconic, so many quotables. When I was 10 years old, this movie came out, and my dad took me and my older sister to go see it, and he fell asleep in the movie theater, y'all. Snoring loud. It wasn't until Regina George got hit by a bus that he woke up and was laughing his ass off. So embarrassing at the time, but it just made this movie just mean so much more to me. So when I heard that they were going to be remaking Mean Girls, I was upset, to say the least. I look at the trailer and I'm like, oh, reneerapp, I like her. Oh, Tina Fey's writing it. Okay, I'm gonna go see it. So with that being said, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and structure this review as such. We're going to talk about the pros, and then we're going to get to the cons with my final rating. So let's get into it. When you get out of the mindset of this is not the original, it is a remake, I feel like you will enjoy this movie. My first pro is going to be the cast. So I'm going to go down the stars of this movie and give my opinion about the role and how they impacted this movie. With that being said, I'm going to start with Jaquil Spivey, who plays Damien. He did a great job. I don't want to say scene stealer, but scene stealer. I looked at his IMDb. This is his first movie, I believe. So couldn't tell at all. And even if he wasn't the spotlight of that scene, you still knew he was there. Okay, so I'm excited to see what else he does in the future. Next is going to be Alii Carvalho, and she plays Janice. And when I looked at her IMDb, she's the voice of Moana. So I was like, makes sense, because that girl's voice is butter, baby, butter. And I don't know if it's because of her singing talents, why Janice and Damien got larger roles in this version of Mean Girls, but I didn't mind it because they were a good duo and they played off of each other very well. And of course, she has one of my favorite voices in the film. And I like the fact that they actually gave Janice and Damien more to do. In this movie, they were the narrators, so they introduced the movie. We'll get into that later. They introduced the movie, and they kind of just carried us along through Katie's story. So I like that they had more prominent roles in this movie. Let's get into the plastics, okay? First, we have Ivanka, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name. I don't want to mess it up. Vandanapu. All right. Very beautiful. Oh my gosh, this girl is stunning. And I could not stop looking at her boobs the whole movie. I'm not even going to hold you. But they was sitting up there. They were sitting up there, baby, okay? She played Karen. And that Karen is the dumb one, the slutty one, okay? And I think, first off, when she first came on the scene and she stuck the straw up her nose, I was like, no, I don't like how they're going with Karen. I don't want her to be that stupid. Like, we know she dumb, but she wouldn't try to drink a soda through her nose. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until the Halloween scene, and we're going to get to that later. It wasn't until the Halloween scene where Ivanka really shined, and I just saw Karen in a whole new light. So she did We're gonna talk about that. Next is BB Wood, who plays Gretchen. Now, when it comes to Gretchen, I really wanted the character BB to say lines in certain ways, but like I stated, if you get that out your mind, then you'll be better off. I feel like they really delved into her character by showing how insecure and how much she really needs Regina's approval, especially through song, because it's a musical. And of course, now we got to get to the Queen Bee, Regina George, played by reneerapp. Like I stated previously, Renee is one of the reasons why I wanted to see this movie. She plays in the Sex Lives of College Girls that I also do reviews on. If you want to go back and look at my playlist, it's under HBO Max when it was HBO Max. And she plays a mean girl on that show. She's actually my favorite character, but it's been off so long I can't even remember the character name, child. But anyways, I didn't know she was a singer, y'all. I did not know she was a singer at all. Okay. But her as Regina, I was like, perfect casting. And when I saw the movie, she did not let me down. The only thing I wish, though, Regina in the remake is more so just like a rude bitch versus a mean girl. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But that's not her fault. That's the director's fault. And finally, it's Angourie Rice, who plays Katie Heron and the lead role. And what I will say is, she honestly got outshined in this movie, but she did carry enough of she did fill enough of the shoes of Lindsay Lohan. I'll say that. Obviously, she's no Lindsay. Lindsay's been doing it since she was a kid, but she did a decent job. One good thing is in the original, Lindsay was never ugly. You know what I'm saying? She just dressed better. But in the and this is no tea, no shade, but Angourie, she looked it busted when this movie came on, and by the end, you know when she had a little glow up, she glue up. I was like, okay, bitch, she tapped into her inner sex. I didn't even know who she was for a moment. Okay, so that was a real transformation, let's say that. When it comes to all the supporting cast, the staff of the school is still the same, and I appreciate that. We had the principal, Coach Carr, is still there. Miss Norberry, played by Tina Fey, is still there. I kind of wish that they did reprise, oh my God, y'all, what's her name? Amy Poehler as Regina's mom. But who's that girl? The girl from, I think her name is Busy. Is it Busy or Bussy? Busy Phillips, she played in White Chicks. She did good. She really did. She's just, they dropped the ball with that character, though. I'm not even gonna hold you. They dropped the ball with that character. And then we got a surprise visit from Pam as Miss Heron. Don't know why they made her a single mom, but okay, go off. My next pro is going to be, I'm gonna just go ahead and talk about it. I'm gonna talk about the Halloween scene. I loved this scene. I will go back to the movies to watch this scene alone. It has two of my favorite songs, in my opinion, the best songs from the whole movie, Sexy by Ivanka and Till Somebody Gets Hurt by reneerapp. I feel like not both of those, but especially Till Somebody Gets Hurt, I feel like that could have been written by The Weeknd. Just how it sounded, it gives his vibes. I can't think of the other girl who also writes with The Weeknd, but that's what it gave off. Definitely my favorite scene. I love the transition. I love the choreography. I love the music. That's the best scene in the whole movie, if you ask me. Every scene after that, really, I feel like they had to live up to that scene, because that's when the movie that's when the songs started getting better for me. I also liked how when the music started, because with musicals, people do it differently. Some people sing the storyline and some people just bust out in song. But you could tell when a song was going to start, because they did one of the two things or both. The lights dimmed. It was everybody froze around them, and then it was just that character in the moment type thing. So it wasn't necessarily like a whole High School Musical, everybody singing and dancing, but the people in that scene were definitely doing choreography. But I really appreciated how they did that. It looked good. The choreography throughout the whole thing was just really, really good. Another pro that I liked was the surprise cameo. I'm not even going to tell you who it is, because if you watch the movie, you have to go see the movie to see the surprise cameo. But just know that I was like, yes, because Shawty looked good, okay? What else did I like about this movie, y'all? I like that they had humor for all ages. I feel like they had humor for the 35 plus club. I feel like they had humor for the millennials, and I feel like they had humor for the Gen Zs. Now, with that being said, I feel like that's all of my pros. You know, the Halloween scene, the cast did really good at making the characters their own, and it was still funny. So those are my pros. Let's go ahead and get into my cons. My cons aren't super bad. They're not super bad, but they're annoying to me. So one of my cons was how PC this movie is. Granted, the world, society, us as people, we are not how we were 20 years ago. Some things we could say 20 years ago, we cannot say now. I understand that. But that really does change a movie. It really, really does. If you're an Office fan, you might hear that, oh, they're going to recreate The Office. They're going to recreate The Office. And everybody is so opposed because The Office is offensive, but that is what made it funny, because you have characters like Michael just saying off the wall shit. Like, that's what made the show, you know, kind of like South Park. I don't know how South Park is still on the TV in Family Guy. I don't know how those shows are still airing in this climate, but they are. Anyhow, I feel like they took out all the raunchy, non-socially acceptable, politically incorrect humor and stuck us with what they gave us. It wasn't a whole lot of it, but it was enough to make me go, oh my God, we can't say this word, we can't say that word, feminism, like not in a bad way. Like, I'm a feminist, y'all, I am, but please don't hit me over the head with it. I don't know. That was my biggest con, to be honest. Yeah, I really think that was my only con. You know, they definitely changed some things around. Like I stated, if you get out your mind the original, you will be pleasantly surprised with the remake. They kept all the major things in there, but they like kind of rearranged them in certain ways and did certain things that were different. Obviously, you know, Regina run like it's like their homecoming or whatever it was, and that's when they, you know, had the little wet look instead of the cutout of the top, but they still did a cameo as a costume. Like, they did some very clever things for the fans, you know, for the diehard fans. There was a lot of nostalgic moments, but it really did become its own movie in a way, because they, you know, did those certain scenes and rearranged them in certain ways, but still kept the story the same. I'm pleasantly surprised by this movie. I feel like I knew it was still going to be good because Tina Fey still wrote it. She had her hand in it. It's her baby. So I still knew it was going to be good, but it was actually better than I thought it would be. And like I said, I will go back just to see the Halloween scene. I need to download Sexy right now. It's not available, and I need that song right now. With that being said, my rating out of 10 stars, I would give Mean Girls 2024, the musical, I would give it a solid 7.5. And that's simply because of the PG humor and the songs at the beginning of the movie were kind of like boring. But aside from that, y'all, I highly recommend you go see this movie. If you want to get more bang for your buck, go on a Tuesday. I think that's everywhere. On Tuesdays, like $5. Go during a matinee if you really want to get the bang for your buck. But if you're a Mean Girl fan, I don't think you'll be disappointed. And that's coming from one of the biggest Mean Girls fans, okay? With that being said, you can go shave your back now. I'm just playing. Get to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.